So, hello everyone and welcome to the Wolfszeit channel. Today with a very special topic, always special. The social aspect of Mortal Online 2. Yeah, and we really have to talk about that because sometimes there are good discussions, there are heat discussions about certain topics or certain mechanics of the game, and there are also shit talk. There's always room for shit talk, but sometimes it's awesome, sometimes it's not awesome. It's just a Mortal Online 2 emotional social roller coaster. And there's so much stuff to talk about, and I would just talk about that here. And when you want to have an extended version of that, then please comment below to bring this on point as hardcore as possible. But please let me explain first. Mortal Online 2 is different from all the other MMORPGs. 99% of the MMORPGs out there are making things the same way, are making things like a lot of other games do, which is sometimes a good lead to follow. Henrik. And sometimes many of the other games are just wrong in a sense of, I don't know how I should describe a niche. The niche of Mortal Online 2 is so unique, and also the social niche of it. Sure, Starboard and Henrik are now killing me because I'm saying, oh, Mortal Online 2 is a niche game, and now they are killing me, I guess. But in my personal opinion, it's very good that it is in that way, because Mortal is a niche game. And when you see all the other games out there and you're having an ego perspective, hardcore PvP, lore, fantasy, RPG, MMORPG, PvP gameplay with, I don't know, strategic values and fractions. So you're having basically EVE Online. You're having very basically EVE Online just in medieval and fantasy. This is Mortal Online. I will not call Mortal Online a copy of EVE Online just in medieval and fantasy. Oh no. It's so unique on its own that it has no competitor. This is also what brings us down to our topic today, that people will be remembered and people will remember you. And when you're playing Mortal Online, and the more you are not an NPC or having not a mainstream appearance whatsoever, whatever you're doing, then you are often in the minds of other people. And this is the interesting factor about Mortal Online 2. This is also an interesting factor about online gaming in general. But on the practical side, okay, just here for example, if you are a new player, if you are watching this here and you are a new player, then please listen to me. So, unlike most MMORPGs, Mortal Online 2 is player driven. Your actions and your reputation follows you. Even when you're playing Mortal Online 2 for, I don't know, 2 years or something. And you're leaving a good reputation, for example. You're coming back after 2 years. And people are friendly to you. People that you know from the past are now maybe officers in some guilds. Maybe you also know people in completely other alliances. Maybe you're having completely new connections no one have ever thought of. After just playing a few weeks and remembering a few friends. Even if you're just remembering, oh, I bought a lot of weapons from that crafter in that town. And then 2 years later, that crafter is still selling in that town and you're contacting him. And he's like, oh yeah, here my old friend, yeah, giving you a discount or whatever stuff. And this is also the beauty of the game and I love it. Because think of it like that. It's a sandbox game and you choose your role in it. Because you like your role in it. Maybe you are a hunter. Maybe you like to just butcher stuff. Maybe you are like mining. And then your role defines the whole server. Because the role you take on the history of Mortal Online 2, the history of this game, the history on this server has an effect. If you are one of the best merchants and selling some stuff to one alliance and not selling stuff to other alliance, you're impacting the whole server on itself. Just by being a very, very well-known trader. And just deciding that this side or that side is benefiting you the most. I'm not saying that every Mortal Online 2 player is greedy. I'm just saying that there are a lot of people out there who are just saying Mortal Online 2 is a very interesting social experiment. Because you can see the human nature in there. You can also see it in the background footage. Nothing against your overt guys. But I was recording and I was on a hunt with my buddy since the last hours. He haven't played Mortal since 2 years or something like that. And I also have had not much time to play Mortal and stuff. And we thought, okay, let's go from point to point, from point of interest to point of interest and record some stuff. And then we're getting attacked. Nothing new. It's Mortal. I'm here since 15 years. No problem. But I didn't hear the sound of the guy who was saying something there because I was in mercy mode. I don't know. But what I can really tell you, even after 15 years playing this game, even after some random kills you, no hate here. You did nothing wrong. Everything cool. I mean, it's an open PvP game. No problem. But you can see that my neuron brain there, even after all these years of playing Mortal Online and feeling no hate or no greed to people, that even I was so pissed and killed his Direwolf. Because I knew he had to tame a new one. Nothing against you guys. Everything cool. But for some, playing the villain in this game is the thing. And this is completely okay, and this is needed for a game like that. Because recently there are a lot of discussions about the 30-point reputation loss that you get when you're killing someone near a guard zone and stuff. There should be room for outlaws, there should be room for murderers. So role-playing a bandit is a part of the ecosystem of Mortal Online 2. They create tension, drama, and RPG stories. But the problem is not being a bandit, it's crossing the line into griefing or harassment sometimes. And this is also very annoying. Which Starboard also don't want in their cities, of course, in their game, of course, because this is not healthy for a game. But just for example, there is healthy PvP. Just for example, you're killing someone once or twice, you ambush someone, you're taking the loot, and everything is cool. When you're priest-camping someone, maybe it's because of a siege, maybe because you need to priest-camp someone out of tactical reasons, because that they can't re-equip or disturb some operation that is going on, then priest-camping is also okay. But a few people also doing priest-camping just for the, I don't know, for the pure hate of other people, I don't know. The brief example I can give you here, a good bandit leaves their mark in their person's head. A bad bandit just leaves people that are logging off. There's a difference between building a game together or having fun in a game together or just being an asshole. But on the other hand, there are also white knights. There are sometimes guilds that are playing the white knights and the heroes. Good guys aren't automatically better for the community. They can also be very toxic because from time to time, guilds that are claiming they are white knights, they are protecting the noobs, they are protecting the new players. When you're looking closer or deeper to some of these guilds, you maybe find some clues that they are killing everything that has two legs anyway in the area. Sometimes white knighting is also taking over and people are giving moral lectures like I'm doing here in the video right now. I bet my ass someone is already commenting down there and talking about me like I'm a pixel care bear and that I should go F myself with my casual gameplay. Anyway, moral lectures can also be very disturbing, especially in a game like Mortal Online where a lot of people having a lot of aggression. But being a white knight or being a hero is also about respecting your enemy and not being a complete ass. So white knighting is not bad. White knighting is needed as outlaws are needed, as red players are needed, as RPK players are needed. White knights are also needed for the game. This is a healthy community. The core common ground we all need in this community all together is respect. Whenever you're a saint or a sinner, we should apply to the same rules and respect at least each other a little bit. I'm not talking about, hey, overt guys, I love you that you disturbed the very good evening I had with my friend there. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about, hey, overt guys, this was a very shit evening for me. And I killed your Direwolf for that. And I hope this is now equal. If not, then please contact me. I can also siege your stronghold. I mean, just joking, just joking, guys. Or are we joking here? You never know. And this is exactly the point of Mortal Online. But it has something to do with respect. For example, kill me, okay. Rob me, okay. Killing me because of the guild tag, okay. Being a war target because of an alliance, okay. But please don't ruin the gameplay behind a character. On the other side, here's a guy there who just wants to enjoy his day. Maybe he's just enjoying being priest-camped. Don't get me wrong. There are people out there who are just enjoying that. I had a very strange friend, a real-life friend of me, who just stood there, no shit, and made 5 hours reviving himself. Then he made a macro reviving himself just to keep the guy busy who was killing him. And then, after that, the gutter snipe, we contacted him. He also said that he had a macro for killing him. This is so insane. This is so insane. Sure, Mortal Online 1 was maybe a little bit different from Mortal Online 2 now. But I'm seeing the same patterns returning. And people in the game should be asses. There should be bad behavior and stuff. But you must also think about respecting other human being out there. It matters a lot because the future of Mortal Online 2 is a very good one and a very bright future. And it would be awesome if the community would at least respect each other a little bit more. And yeah, I'm saying it now here. We are a German guild. And of course, there are World War II jokes everywhere where a German is playing an online game. I totally get it. But sometimes a few of these jokes are not funny. And they are really not funny. And it's awesome that the GMs are taking care of every single report. Thank you. So people should not quit because of toxic player base, of toxic experience, loss of content, content gatekeeping, shitty PvP and stuff like that, or that the economy is not there and that there are no politics and stuff. Which a lot of these claims people who have quit have are completely false. I will also make a video about that. I can understand that some may quit because of the toxic player base, but I think it's in a very manageable level. So we in the Wolfszeit guild, we've also played with a small portion of the guild. I guess it was 10 or 15 people or something. We played Rust all together. I've just also played a few days and stuff. Recently, I've played Rust a lot of years back. But what the most people reported is that the toxicity of Rust is much higher than Mortal. In Mortal, the conflicts are longer. When you're having a problem with someone, you will maybe have the same problem with them the next 6 months. Or you may be having the same problem with that guild or that particular person since years. When you're having a problem in Rust, it's maybe something like, oh, this guy stole my rock from yesterday. Yeah, this is people having emotional outbursts because of stuff that happened yesterday. But sometimes Mortal players that having no emotional outburst, even when the stuff they have worked for the last year or stuff is crumbling below their feet, is very, very impressive. A lot of Mortal players having a similar mindset. Not all of them, of course. There are also people who are starting the game and losing stuff and immediately feeling the need of hoarding more pixel. They're also feeling the need of it's completely okay to hoard pixel. It's completely okay to gather items and stuff. I also love that a lot. There are also some that are here for the adrenaline rush, and I can totally understand it. My buddy Rias was only there in Mortal Online to log in, getting a few sets of PvP equipment, like 3 or 4, ready for the evening, and hoarding no more pixels. He had like 5 gold on the bank or something like that, and 3 or 4 PvP kits, and then he was like, okay, I have enough to go PvP the whole night or something like that. And then he killed a lot of people, then he looted stuff, then he sold it, then he bought new stuff, then he maybe farmed a little bit, and then when he had enough gear to PvP, then he was going out and do PvP in Mortal Online. And he was a outlaw player, a bandit player. He was just killing everything that has 2 feet. Most of the time, he was solo. I've also linked his channel in the description if you're interested. And I'm not talking about we should handhold every noob and we should protect every new player to an extreme and should dunk them in the honey pot until they drown in the honey. No, I'm not talking about that. But every time when you're just being an asshole to another human being, it's not benefiting you. When you are a bandit out there and you're saying, hey man, give me all your shit or we gonna kill you or something like that. Here on this bandit camp, we want your loot and then we will go. We will leave your weapon there. You can farm, but when we come back here in 10 minutes, we will rob you again. So better be prepared and stuff like that. And this will be a lesson. This would be a lesson for a new player that he will never forget. And the interesting thing is when you're talking with new players in your guild or in your alliance and you hearing such stories, it's just heartwarming and I love it. I love it. So for you out there, you can be a respectful villain. You can be the ass in this game, and you can still be a good ass in this game. And more or less, you can be the bad ass, the real antagonist of this game, and not be just the idiot. On the other hand, you can also be the honorable hero, but you need to choose your path. What do you want in this game? And I think you should totally go for whatever you want in this game. Just be respectful to other players. Would be so nice. So yeah, maybe you like this topic, maybe you don't like this topic. I don't know. So please leave it in the comments. Would be very awesome. And yeah, special thanks to all of these supporters, of course. Carmel, Lucario, Mr. Minerva, Demtire, Dronus, Paternax, Column Bulldog, and all the others, of course. And never forget to make your Mortal Online hard. I mean, party out, big party out. And see you all next time. Goodbye.